Hi, this is Maverick Truck Mods, and today I want to talk to you guys about mud flaps. Mud flaps are aesthetically pleasing but functional, and I've installed them on my Ford Maverick. I have a Alto Blue Maverick. I was getting a lot of spray from the tires up here on the door panel and then also at the back towards the rear panel and the bumper. So I thought I'd install these. I didn't get them from the factory. I had to order them afterwards. So I used my Ford points. So I got the Ford mud flaps. There are other brands selling these, and I installed them, and they immediately cut down on the amount of dirt on the doors and other stuff. And they also hopefully are preventing some of the paint chips that might happen because, as you know, the paint on the Ford Mavericks is not fantastic. But when installing these, especially these Ford ones, there's something very important you need to know. So installing these is really simple. Basically, there's just a couple of screws that hold them in. I think everyone can figure that out, so I'm not going to go through the install of the mud flaps. But what I want to tell you about is these mud flaps have this sharp edge right where my thumb is on the inside. You can't see it from this angle, but on the inside here, there's a sharp edge, and this edge rubs on the paint. And what has happened is some of the guys on some of the forums I belong to have said this has started wearing away their paint on here. They had them installed at the Ford dealership, and it's already causing a warranty issue and wearing away the paint behind these. Because as these hit wind or maybe just hit something on the ground, you know, they can flex or they can break off, hopefully. But what's happening is they're rubbing on the paint and wearing away the paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dremel tool this. I actually already have done it, but I'm going to kind of show you what I did on the edge here so that it's going to sit when installed a little bit far away and create a gap here. And it may not look as good, but it's going to prevent our paint from getting scratched. All right, this may be a little tough to see, but there is an edge right here. You can see the shadow of it. And I'm running my finger on it here, and it sticks up still. I've already started wearing it down quite a bit with my Dremel tool, and then I thought, oh, I better show people about this, the mod that I'm doing on here, because not only am I modding my truck with mud flaps, I'm modding the mud flaps so they don't scratch my paint. So I'm just going along here with the Dremel tool and basically just going along this edge, and I'm trying not to dig out into this part. I'm just trying to get this edge worn down a little bit. And really, I want to get this as flat as possible so that this part is not going to rub on my paint. So I'll show you when I'm done. It doesn't take long with the Dremel tool, and as you can see, most of that edge is now gone, pretty close to gone. I'm going to take just some sandpaper just to smooth it out a little bit, make it look pretty. But yeah, I don't know why there's an edge on there. I'm going to get rid of that edge on all of them and then remount them. I've reinstalled the mud flaps. I've worn away the edge, and I actually took a little bit more off just to create as much of a gap as possible without making it look too weird. It's not that noticeable from any angle unless you get up close. So even if I now hit something, it's not gonna rub on the paint. There's a good gap in there. And I didn't wear it away right at the top though, because I thought that might look a little weird if it's gapped up top. So I left it a little tighter up there, and I put a piece of tape underneath there just to protect the paint on the top end. So, you know, might be a worry, oh, I'm going to get dirt in there from this side. Well, most of the stuff's coming this way, and if so, I can always spray it out. It's not a huge concern. But anyway, if you do have the Ford mud flaps, you really want to make sure that edge is gone. Otherwise, when you take these off, you might be in for a nasty surprise, and you'll see some paint worn away on your Ford Maverick. So thanks for watching Maverick Truck Mods. One last thing, just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on a truck without mud guards, how it splashes up on the back and at the front, causes a lot of dirt to accumulate there. On my truck, I went out in the snow, and snow accumulated on the mud guards a little bit, but that's fine. It did not get as much dirt or spray up on the paint, and that is what I want. Especially with the dark colored truck, I was getting a lot of dirt. And as you can see, definitely helps out, prevents a lot of that spray going up on there. So I do recommend having the mud guards, but you have to do that mod to protect your paint. Thanks for watching.